This is the third of a short series that I'm doing on our attendance at the St. Paul Area Synod Assembly in late May. I'm Paul Hart, and I'm a member of Pilgrim Lutheran Church, and I attended along with Natalie Hokanson and Pastor Carol Tomer, and then also Joan Regal, who is our vestry president, also attended, and she was representing Southeast Asian Ministry. One of the things that we did at the assembly was to vote on some resolutions that have to do with social justice and poverty issues, and I thought I would just tell you a little bit about those. First of all, we voted in favor of an ELCA World Hunger Appeal Support Resolution, which challenges the congregations of the Synod to increase their giving to the ELCA World Hunger Appeal by $1 per baptized member in 2008, and an additional $1 per baptized member in 2009 and again in 2010. We passed a resolution against violence and discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity, and this calls on the Congress and our state legislature to include sexual orientation and gender identity among the categories which hate crimes are defined and discrimination is forbidden. And we also passed a resolution in support of the ELCA Book of Faith initiative, which I mentioned in my previous video. And then we also passed a couple of resolutions on issues that have to do with human sexuality. They started out as what are called memorials, which are basically messages, but both of these memorials were converted into resolutions, which have a little bit more weight as far as expressing the wishes of the assembly, and also the passing these ideas up the line to the church-wide assembly. So we passed a resolution encouraging the ELCA to amend policies on the ELCA ministry roster so that a congregation that wishes to call as its minister an otherwise qualified person in a committed same-gender partnership can do so. And then we also passed a resolution encouraging same-gender couples' promises of lifelong fidelity. And this resolution encourages pastors and congregations to provide pastoral care for the same-gender couples among their members by witnessing and supporting their promises of lifelong fidelity. So some important issues that we voted on for resolutions. These resolutions were passed by a majority vote of the members who are attending the Synod Assembly. Also, one more thing, I was very privileged to be elected as a at-large voting member of the church-wide assembly, which is going to be held in Minneapolis next year in August. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And if you have any opinions or ideas or concerns that you want to express to me, now once again, just like we were voting members and not representatives to the St. Paul Area Assembly, Synod Assembly, I'm a voting member to the church-wide assembly. So technically speaking, I'm not a representative, but naturally, I would be very open to hearing all of your ideas about some of the important issues that the Lutheran Church is going to be taking on over the next year leading up to the church-wide assembly. So thanks for listening.